Done. Mark it. All right, TLC. So let's do our predictions. It's looking like an okay card. I mean, the top matches I think are good, and then the undercard is, you know. But let's start with the first match that's advertised, and that is the Raw Tag Team Championship match, where the New Day will once again, for like the 5th time in the last 2 months, defend the titles against the Hurt Business in a tag team match. James, who do you have for this?
Who are they facing?
It's the New Day defending against the Hurt Business, Shelton and Cedric.
God.
Just kind of been doing it.
I mean that. Oh, here's the thing. As much as I love the New Day and I love the New Day, it would be nice to see new blood there as a tag team champions, but because Cedric is a great worker and Sheldon can go. God, man, this is New Day. I mean, no, Hurt Business. I say Hurt Business wins it. I mean, I say Hurt Business wins it, and they pull off another match at Royal Rumble or something. Hurt Business.
Alex?
I in these situations, I typically default to champions retaining, and that's literally what I'm gonna do this time. So I'm going with the New Day.
All right.
Yeah, I talked myself out of it.
For me, I mean, it's literally been this is like the 5th title defense. Like something's got to give. The problem is there's only 2 tag teams on Raw, so like the only way they can lengthen this is by trading the title. So I think the Hurt Business will take it, not because it's a good thing or because it's just because there's literally only 2 tag teams on Raw. Because we break up tag teams and then put them with new partners for some reason in WWE. Gosh, we've done that with Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Now they have new tag partners. And
it's tag teams. Well, no, isn't Billy Kay just now? She's basically the assistant.
She's sort of teaming with what's her name?
I thought she's doing an assistant gig. She's like,
I think
hire me as your
Billy Kay is doing this weird thing where she's trying to become like an assistant.
I don't know.
But
yeah, she's like an image consultant, or
you got Peyton Royce, who's literally
be your assistant.
Teaming.
Who's getting pushed? Who's getting a big push?
Supposedly. Anyway, I didn't mean to take this. Fine. I picked the Hurt Business because no tag teams. All right. The next match on the card is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. And that is Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Asuka and a mystery partner. It was originally supposed to be Lana, but Shayna and Nia put Lana in the local medical facility. I almost said hospital, but it's the local medical facility. That's where she was put. So I guess I have two questions here then. Let's predict the mystery partner and predict the winners of the match. So Alex, you want to do mystery partner, and then we'll go around and then we'll do winners.
All right, sure. As soon as I can let it sink in that WWE remembered that they have women's tag team championships to have defend.
Oh, they've had them.
Nia and Shayna have been featured every week.
They're on every.
They just haven't defended.
They haven't. I'm just saying they just.
Oh no, they defend them against.
They've been featured more than Sasha and Bayley were as champion. I think.
Well, look, it's one thing to feature the champions; it's another to actually have title defenses. But anyways, I didn't mean to derail that entirely.
Anyway,
mystery partner. You know what?
So let me set the stage in the storyline. She is supposedly looking at the beautiful tough people, or whatever their tag name's called, of Dana Brooke and who's Dana Brooke's partner?
Mandy. Mandy's out.
Yeah.
Mandy's legit.
Nope, they're back.
Not gonna be back till next year.
No, they're both back.
They're back already?
Yeah, they.
I thought it was her shoulder. She had a shoulder issue.
No, that was a storyline injury. I guess I don't know, but they're
I got her mixed up.
They're back because they helped Asuka later in the night.
Okay, well,
so that's Raw has presented as possible partners as either Dana or Mandy.
I got her mixed up with Chelsea Green. I'm sorry,
Chelsea Green.
Okay, so here's the thing: we are at December. We are at the end of this year. We're about a month away from Royal Rumble, which means we're about to get back on the road to WrestleMania. Heaven help us all. And you know what that means? It's time. It's time. It's time for Charlotte Flair. So I think the mystery partner is going to be Charlotte Flair. And I think that they're going to win the titles. There you go. There's my 2 picks for that. So Charlotte Flair, mystery partner, and they will win the titles.
All right. I feel like it's not going to be as obvious. I'm trying to think who are the Raw women like on the Raw roster.
Never mind.
I'm thinking it's not going to be Alexa. Try to think who else. Becky's out.
I have no.
So
clue,
they presented Dana Brooke and Mandy. So I know it's not going to be it. Charlotte, I think, is probably likely, but I want to pick someone different. I think they're going to do something stupid, maybe. And do something like a friend of Asuka, so like a Naomi, I think. I'm going to pick Naomi.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, and who did you say is going to win that one?
Oh, we didn't do winners yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. I got you now.
I was going to go around.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, you just wanted to pick. I thought you wanted to win. You already did Alex.
Oh, okay. Well, Alex already picked the winner too. I think the champs retain though. Because like, what's the point?
All right. Women's roster.
Like honestly, I think Charlotte is the safe pick, but sometimes WWE likes to be like, no, we're not.
Well, I'll be a Maverick. I'm going off the beaten path.
Oh boy.
No. I could say this. They want to do real shocking and everything. Io Shirai.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna pick Io Shirai?
Or Rhea Ripley. Well, let me see.
You gonna pick an NXT woman?
I say Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
All right. Rhea Ripley.
And they win, but they win by count out or DQ.
Okay, so Asuka and partner wins. They don't win the title, but they win the match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we move on,
it's gonna be Lana.
Thank you. I was gonna say that would be the ultimate swerve for the sake of a swerve. Is Lana's feeling better now, and she can go.
She Asuka goes solo half the match, and then Lana hobbles down. That's like WWE booking right there.
Oh, good God, yeah. And they might do that. We thought about they might actually do that.
They might do it.
Asuka didn't pick anybody.
I think we need to stick to our.
I think it's actually going to be. It's either going to be. It's probably going to be Charlotte. It might be one of the.
More than likely, it's Charlotte, but I have a feeling they might. I have a feeling they might try to because it's so obvious. They might do we'll do someone else. Because it's too obvious. Because
everyone's reporting in Charlotte, so WWE hates when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Great. Let's go on to the next match then. So the next match is the SmackDown Women's Championship match. It is Sasha Banks defending her title against Carmella. I get to go first.
Did they already have this match?
No, they haven't actually. They've been building up to it. They've been building up to this since Survivor Series. This is actually kind of one of the longest term feuds that's on WWE programming right now.
I thought they had it last week though.
No, they didn't.
Okay, forget it. Oh, my bad.
No, they had whoever Carmella's assistant is right now, and I can't forget who is it. Is it Billy Kay?
No.
There's
Billy Kay's on Raw.
Sasha Banks fought like her sommelier, the wine pourer.
Oh, right.
The black dude wine pourer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Beat up. Anyway, so Sasha Banks versus Carmella, accompanied by her sommelier. What a ridiculous thing. But hey, that goes on TV, so whatever. I'm picking Sasha to retain, though. I think this is just kind of.
Sasha breaks the curse finally.
I think she already broke the curse. I think.
Oh, she broke the curse.
I don't remember.
No,
because she had to win the title.
Yeah, against Bayley. When Bayley tried to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She broke the curse. Okay.
So they just kind of blew it off in one match for some reason.
They could have.
All right.
Really could have that. Sasha, I say Sasha. I know they've been building Carmella up and everything, but if you're gonna roll, with Sasha, might as well roll her a couple of more wins with this one, and so I say Sasha and everything like that. At least till Royal Rumble. Like that.
Alex.
Hey, I think especially especially since we're not worried about punishments for this particular prediction challenge, that I'm not afraid to go against the grain on this match. And I'm actually going to go with Carmella. Because, like you pointed out, Sasha already broke the curse of not being able to successfully defend once. So now the new curse is that she can't get it past the second defense.
That's why I was. You know what? I had that same thought. I really had that same thought that you did, Alex. It's like they probably just had to do this the second time.
I mean, they could.
And I thought about it. I was just like, no.
They've kind of just thrown Bayley aside, even though she was literally the longest reigning champion.
But I mean,
tossed aside already.
I mean, realistically, this is probably the moment that Sasha actually gets like a nice solid run with the title. But for the sake of our predictions, I'm going to go against the grain. I'll pick Carmella. So somebody's got to pick Carmella in this, and it might as well be me.
All right, next match on the card, it is Randy Orton versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt in a Funhouse Inferno match. So I guess it's going to be some sort of cinematic match, perhaps.
I have no idea.
Or it might be like how they
cinematic. It's more a cinematic match. They're doing they're doing the Funhouse. It's going to be a cinematic.
Yeah. Match. So the match is called the Funhouse Inferno match. I guess you win by setting your opponent on fire.
Well, that's the thing, and this is actually something I did want to talk about as well, real quick before we get into the prediction. So yeah, it's called the Firefly Inferno match, and that has me raising some.
Oh, Firefly,
you're fine.
Not Funhouse.
That has me raising some questions because we had the Firefly Funhouse match between the Fiend and John Cena at WrestleMania, which was a cinematic match. Now, the last time we saw a match that was Inferno-like was the Ring of Fire match, which was like the Wyatt family versus the Brothers of Destruction, I think. Or it was Bray versus Kane. It was one of the two combinations. But it was the point of what they did for that match was that it wasn't an Inferno match. They didn't try to make they didn't say whoever got burned lost or whatever. They left that out. It was literally just having the fire around the ring. So for all we know, that could be all this is. But the point, so it's either that or it's going to be some cinematic weirdness. Either way, I'm excited for it.
Okay, James, you're up to pick first. So is it going to be the Fiend or Randy Orton?
Fiend. Fiend's the face here, and so he's going to end up winning.
Yeah, he's going.
The Fiend is the face.
He's yes.
Heaven help us all. You're not wrong. I just think it's funny.
It is funny, Alex.
It's only Randy Orton can make the Fiend face. He's the only person that can.
I actually think it's Alexa Bliss making him face because everyone loves Alexa Bliss.
This is Randy Orton too. Trust me. Everybody who's going against Randy, you're gonna hate Randy. Randy's got that.
All right. Well, okay. So even though, I'm also gonna go with the Fiend. I feel like it's really hard to say that anyone other than the Fiend could realistically win some of these particular stipulation matches. So
yeah, I'm gonna pick the Fiend as well. There's no point of having Randy Orton win. I mean, which is probably why Randy Orton will win because there's no point to it. But
no, it would make no sense for Randy to win. If you're trying to build the Fiend up to be where they're going, I think they're going to have him as a face going to a title or something, or at least a heel. If you're trying to build him up as a credible contender, he's going to have to beat Randy. It's just Randy was the last champion.
Yeah.
And the smarter move is you're going to have to, if you're going to build the Fiend up to be a credible contender, he's going to have to win this match. Losing this match does not help him at all, and it's going to diminish him.
I mean, it's one thing that worries because we didn't really touch upon this, and I didn't really want to. But one thing that does worry me is how WWE might react to the low Raw ratings. Usually when something's like going wrong, WWE tries to do something, change something, do something short term. So that makes me worry that like some of these match results, because of that, might affect this card.
It's not the ratings. The problem with the ratings is it's not the matches itself. It's the way everybody's portrayed.
In fact, we can't do any long-term storytelling.
Yeah, there's no long-term. Things are being written the day of, hours before the show. Yeah, I know. I mean, what is this? You're not.
And like, there's long-term storytelling on Smackdown and NXT, so I don't want to like go into a tirade.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how I'm feeling. How I'm worried with our predictions and what these matches are going to be. So let me go ahead and go to the next match. So there's
we're thinking with logic.
So the matches we haven't seen announced, but so there's one match I want to add. It's likely that the Street Profits will defend the SmackDown Tag Team titles against Roode and Dolph Ziggler, probably on the pre-show. Y'all want to just give a quick one on that?
Sure.
Street Profits.
Street Profits. Like, it's bad enough they're probably going to slap this on at the last second, but I really don't... Like, that would literally be just to have one more match.
I mean, the money feud here is Street Profits versus the Usos, and
I think they're waiting for that.
Close to coming back.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for it, because if they're going to go with the full tribal chief thing, he's waiting for his brother to heal up.
Which
so
is
the
too
Usos
bad.
get
Which
the belts.
I think, what's his name has been phenomenal as a.
Oh yeah.
Jay has been phenomenal as a singles wrestler, but as soon as Jimmy comes back, that's the end of that.
Yeah, I think they're going with they're gonna both have the belts. It's gonna be the tribe with the belts. They're gonna have, he has the titles. He's gonna have the world title.
That'd be
the Universal Championship. Usos have the tag team title.
That's probably likely.
And I wouldn't mind seeing that. But yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to our regular.
Samoan Horseman.
That match hasn't been announced. Another match we might see is Riddle versus Bobby Lashley, although they probably would have announced that last.
Yeah,
that's a match I actually expect to see added to the card in light of the quote-unquote low ratings, as we might just have that match. But
I could see Riddle win. If they do that, I see Riddle actually winning that, because I think they want to push.
I think Lashley might actually be on the track to win the Royal Rumble. So
that's why I say they want to get it off Riddle.
But anyway,
if they want Lashley,
I didn't want to get to that. Anyway, so we have 2 title matches. First, the secondary title, which is Drew McIntyre versus AJ. Anyway, first is the WWE Championship, which is Drew McIntyre defending against AJ Styles in a TLC match. In additional intrigue, AJ Styles is accompanied by Omos, which is what Jordan Amadag has been remained. I guess they call him Omos now.
Yeah,
Omos. For some reason. But also the Miz with the Money in the Bank briefcases lurking around with John Morrison in tow as well. That's the kind of the story they've been telling. But the match as booked is Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. So I guess 2 questions here too. Is there a Money in the Bank cash-in? And then who wins the match?
Whose turn is it?
It's us.
To answer your first question, I think there will be an attempt, but I don't think it'll. I don't know if.
My prediction here is successful cash-in, yes or no, as in the Money in the Bank gets used.
No.
Okay. Do you want to go to the match as well? The winner.
And as far as the match, I think this is going to end up being Drew's night. I think Drew's going to win.
Okay. I don't think there will be successful cash-in, but I think AJ Styles is going to win. I think, going back to what we just said, I think the low ratings are going to be blamed on Drew McIntyre, and I think as a result, he's going to lose the title. AJ Styles, who's a proven draw, proven top guy. That's as much as I hate to meta game the booking, as a fan, we try not to do that too much on the show. I feel like that's the reactionary thing, is let's put the title on AJ because he's proven. So I think AJ's going to take it. We might even get to see it. I think if AJ does get it, though, we'll see the Miz cash in on him at some point. But not Sunday. James, will there be a cash in? And who's going to win the match?
I don't think it's going to be a cash in. It's going to end up being he's going to come out and he's going to get stopped by Sheamus. I think Drew's winning. As much as I understand what you're saying.
Sheamus too is will he turn on Drew?
Yeah, I think they're going that route. I think they're building. I hate to say it. Like you said, there's no long term. I think they're actually building toward Sheamus Drew.
I can see that too.
So I say Miz stop. I say he stops the Miz, and then Drew ends up winning here. Now, Omos is a wild card, but I don't think they've done anything yet. They're not ready for him to get involved yet. They're not really ready.
He's not getting involved in matches at all. No.
But I do like the AJ with him as the bodyguard thing. I like that. I always like that because when they had, remember D. Brian Kendrick with my man
Ezekiel Jackson.
Zeke, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Kendrick being the nerd and everything. He had Zeke. He has his backups because he can do what he wants.
I liked it. I kind of like how everyone's like afraid of Omos, like his size.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, it's getting a little over the top because he's not.
Well, he has to. Well, they have to now. They're gonna have to get to the point where he's gonna have to.
He's gonna have to something like he's gonna have to hit someone or someone. Like, if he just knocks someone out, like that'll fix it.
And that fits into what Vince is saying is sending him down to some lessons.
Yeah, he's still developing. Like,
yeah, no, they took him. He's one of the guys that was in the class with Drew.
Oh yeah, well, it was mostly like big guys.
He's one of them too. He was in the group that was sent.
Oh yeah, he's in the Persona Center normally. Like, he's training as a wrestler.
Yeah, so
he's just on TV because of his size.
He's gonna have to start hitting people and choke slamming, things like that. So,
like, you know what? He can get his heat back just by like knocking out like R-Truth or something.
Yeah.
Or like, something that doesn't matter. Like, R-Truth runs out in the middle of the match, boom, almost punches him. He's out cold. He doesn't get back up. Or not even. It doesn't have to be R-Truth. It could be like Drew Gulak gets punched.
Yeah, so like chasing R-Truth or something like that.
Just to make it so when people like afraid of Omos, it seems like it's legitimate. But let's decide. All right. So last match on the card.
Do that too, and everything at least.
Last match on the card. Will there be a cash in? No, there's no.
No cash in. No cash in, and the winner.
Will the Miz cash in on Roman Reigns?
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it, but no, that's not happening.
There you go.
All right, so the last match.
They're saving that. They're
most likely the main event, but it could not be.
I don't know
when
they're going to use it, but they're saving that right now. That's not going to be for a while.
Another tender loving care match. Sorry, tables, ladders, and chairs match. The WWE Universal Champion, the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, accompanied by Paul Heyman and probably Jey Uso, will defend the title against a new and improved Kevin Owens, like the Kevin Owens of old, kind of. I'm really digging this. This is why SmackDown's so great right now, is this feud right here. It is so good. Kevin Owens is like found something that he hasn't had since like his run with Chris Jericho. Anyway, I go first. So, unfortunately, Roman Reigns is going to retain, but damn, this is really great for KO. Like, I'm so into this right now. You know?
Man, I want, honest with you, I would love Kevin Owens to win. I like Kevin. I like when he's. I like this Kevin Owens. I like this Kevin Owens a lot.
Oh,
this is the Kevin Owens I like. This is the Kevin Owens I like when he first showed up.
I want to see more.
I like this Kevin.
I want to see more pop-up power bombs too.
Yeah, he hasn't done that in a while. He hasn't been that Kevin Owens in a while. For some reason, I don't know if he felt like he was run down.
I mean, like beating up Jey Uso for a couple weeks for most of them. I mean, last week he got beat up by Roman Reigns, but I'm sure he'll get one back this week going into the match.
Yeah, it's just. But in the end, though, he's not winning. Roman is still probably right now one of the best heels going down in the heel champion, and he's been a great job as a heel. He's just been natural at it, and you got to keep it going. So I'd say Roman wins this, and a great match though. But here's the thing: Kevin Owens is a very good ring general. I think he's going to be calling this match. I think it's going to be a great match, everything like that. I think it's going to be a fantastic match, and because when Roman works well with people who know how to work. Right. And I think this is going to be this is where he's going to shine. I think Owens going to make him look good. But yeah, in the end, Roman wins.
All right. Bottom line, you're picking Roman. Okay.
Yeah.
Alex.
Honestly, same. Like, of the two title matches, I feel like both champs are going to retain, but I feel like more so with Roman than Drew. Like, so yeah. Ultimately, I'm solidly going with Roman here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's TLC.
Excellent.
So we'll see how that shakes out, and we'll definitely be here on Sunday after TLC. Hopefully, TLC doesn't run too late to react to it.
Hopefully. Let's see. When does it start?
7.
7? Yeah.
They start at 7 now. Which is kind of what it is. Even the minor pay-per-views start at 7.
Well, that's
good.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
We should be enough here. Do we have enough time before we pass out and everything?